Hey guys, George and I just played a reverse Komi game, and for I should give you guys some understanding of what that means to me. Reverse Komi means, let's imagine we play out a corner, you and I, whoever you are, and you don't know the Joseki, and you do a little poorly in it, and once we're done, you've lost 4 or 5 points. Well, if you've got 40 points to start with, those 4 points you just lost really have no significance. As long as you maintain that corner you just played was you're safe and you have access, you're not trapped inside. So if we do that 4 times, all 4 corners, you didn't know what you were doing, but you maintained a reasonable group. It's strong. It has access to the board. Well, you're down 4 times 4. That's 16 to 20 points. Well, you still got 20 in your back pocket. So the idea of reverse Komi is it doesn't matter if you know what you know, but rather maintain reasonable groups and make sure that he doesn't, I don't, get a big old moil that's hard to deal with. Then you should do well. So this is the meaning of the reverse Komi, and George and I just played one. Our last one was pretty good, very exciting for us. It was first time we'd done it, and this is our second one, and we're now going to take a look. George, say hi to everyone.
Hey everyone.
Hey, he obeyed me. That is so great. Okay, 40 points. Okay. This is kind of a known shape. And it's like, well, it's equal, except black plays first, so he necessarily has the advantage. So we're supposed to kick it off. So this is how it used to be 30, 40 years ago. I don't know about nowadays, but I played this way to make sure. Yeah. He plays. Um, I want to be able to play first in the bottom left, right? I want to play this Joseki. Gets me, it's a positive Joseki for me. So I need to decide, do I want my 3 stones this way or the other way? And after reading it out a bit, okay, I want them this way. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. I have Sente. I go about my business. And he says, I don't know what to do in that bottom left corner, but I know you can't take the entire left. So I'll just live on the left. That's a game for white because I'm getting a big old thick corner and you're getting a group that you're going to have to defend again later.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this plan of yours, let's say you do the plan this way. Well, I'll go to the corner. At the very least, you can stabilize now. I'll probably turn first to Sente. And heck, play on the 4th line. You have a perfectly reasonable group.
Yeah.
There's a number of Josekis here if you want to stay. Let's look at a simple one. I'm going to play here, right? You're settled. And if, I don't like that, great, then play this one. You're settled again. So I gained a little bit here. Not much. We're talking 2-3 points maximum. So you're fine, right? You got a stable group, important area.
And I guess because you played F4 once, like that stone is slightly further away than usual, right? So in a way, you're threatening a larger corner than usual. So perhaps if you had played the regular move, then me playing away might have made more sense.
Let's look at that. I'll just snug that up. You're talking about this shape?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you play away. Oh, so now it's white's move again. And you're going to ignore again, right?
Yeah.
Actually, this is a very tight shape. I
Yeah.
don't need a stone in f4 anymore, so it saved me move. So no, it's
Okay.
just different.
Yeah.
I certainly don't feel that my f4 stone is out of place. It really adds a thickness to the center, to the bottom, to the left, everything. I really like my f4 stone, even. Well, let's ask that question. If it's white to play, would I play there? I certainly don't mind, because if I don't, this has lots of aji. So maybe I'm not sure. I like it. Maybe I shouldn't like it so much. Okay. Black is very much affecting my A group. So I make a Joseki choice.
Lance, one thing, I was considering
Please.
playing high at d10, but I didn't really see any kind of attack on, I don't know, any kind of peep that might come in my favor or anything. But perhaps
Yeah.
against the upper white group, it might have a bit more impact.
I don't think that's worth considering.
Yeah.
I think the idea I want to, well, then third line. Is there some reason you're tight here? No, not at all.
Yeah. Okay. Just
So
checking.
no reason for fourth that I can see.
Yeah.
And thank you for asking. Keep them coming.
Sure. I feel that that B17 move is such a powerful move.
Yeah,
Like
it
it
is.
looks tiny, but it's powerful. Yeah, that combination.
Yeah. This is a well-known Joseki, but I don't know it well. So I had to read out A bunch of times, B a bunch of times, and now which one am I supposed to play? I read them out both so many times. Thank goodness you were taking your time. And I changed my mind a couple times. I had to double check, double check. Okay, so from here, I believe the Joseki you want is Atari. Let's finish it up here. Atari, back at you. Say, Atari, thank you so much for the stone. Atari, holy cow, looks good for black.
Yeah.
And you can Hana here if you want, getting a tighter grip on them. Now, you don't own those stones yet, but give me a break. The stones on the left are working very nice for black.
Mm.
I was just trusting that at some point I'm going to do, I don't know, something, but that's pretty far off in the distance. So when you went this way, I end up with the entire outside.
Mm.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I hate this move because when you look at my group, that is not a pleasant looking group. I have no Ys. I'm virtually behind enemy lines, very heavy looking. So I'm thinking perhaps I should play this way. I mean, you can't cut me anyway. Yeah. So I didn't know what to do here. So I went the weak way, trusting you wouldn't hurt me too much. And you didn't. Thank you very much.
Um, and the playing the peeps now is just too early, right?
Yeah, there's no reason to, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I like it. White's very willing to play her, right? I would love to play her.
Yeah.
Not much you can do. So I think that's a fantastic choice. And I must admit, when you played that move, I'm like, this could be a hard game for White. I mean, I think your mistake on the left cost less than half a stone, and that's it. So out of 40 points, I've gained maybe 4 tops. So long way to go. Usually I play this move just out of habit, but I do have, I'm in the great, working with the bottom works really well here. Yeah. Your choice. I love your choice. What a beautiful move. Okay. I have no choice. I have to come in here. You back up your original stone. Holy cow, the rights. That's beautiful. And I'm forced to come back or I get nothing there.
Yeah.
I mean, in my mind, you had lost, I'm just going to say 4 points, and now it looks like I will never get those 4 points back.
Hmm.
Your position's so solid, and it's your move. Holy cow. Very nice. I love that choice.
Um, I guess there's no sense in before playing Q10 to play like the Hane, it's 04 or anything to try to
I
get some
might
argue.
choose to make a fight here,
Mm, mm,
and that could be interesting
yeah,
for me,
yeah,
so
sure,
that you don't. Yeah, you played straightforward, which I think is important.
yeah. What I didn't like is that those two white groups in the bottom are so strong, and so
Yeah,
coming
they're very
in just
strong.
seems really tricky.
Yeah, and that pretty much means that I have some value on the bottom since it's so hard for black to come in.
Yeah.
I don't think all that much, but clearly that's some profit for me on the bottom.
I was thinking
But
at this
you got,
point that can white finish that whole bottom in one move? Because if you can, that's really big, and I guess I should
yeah,
come in.
yeah. I don't see how. There's too many ways in, and there's too many
Mm,
holes here,
okay,
so I don't see a rush.
okay.
If I can, it's barely, so you can still force me. Yeah. This move. So here I hear you saying, I don't want white playing here in Sente.
Yeah, it's. I don't need defense, do I? It just kind of felt like it felt too early to come into the bottom. The top isn't really big. There's not really much going on. Um,
So did you just say, I didn't know really where I wanted to play, so I thought I'd play here?
I mean, it felt easy. The bottom to me isn't easy. I want to play an easy move. And I think the only other alternative is a top, which actually I think now looks much more attractive because I have a Moyo developing. So if I play a fourth line stone around L16, it's working quite well on the right, I think.
Okay. So now I hear you saying that A followed by B looks pretty good for black.
I would play a fourth line move there, but some like
Okay.
L16, something like that, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, very attractive. Yeah. The problem is you found a move you like, and we haven't looked at the board yet.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is, oh, I see something I like. Well, let's think it through. And for my benefit, let's think it through. Okay. Question one, is this Sente? Well, let's check out the group here. You have three clear options of health. Three's real. Because when I save my stone, that's not sent into your corner. So you have a perfectly healthy group.
I didn't even see three. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Three doesn't look like an option. Oh,
Yeah.
that's never an option. It is in this case.
Yeah.
Okay. So this move really let me do something for the first time
Yeah. Yeah.
because I haven't done anything yet.
It's also right up against a very strong white group, so it's not doing
Exactly.
anything.
Good.
Yeah.
That's even bigger point. You're up against a brick wall.
Yeah.
Now I immediately started reading this, and at first it's a little too complex. Let me go play away. Then I came back, play away, came back, kept. Finally, I go. I don't think it works for him.
Mm.
I just want to look at that now that we're here. Get on the right button because I keep misclicking. Boom, 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 boom. Anything other than this, I'm going to get cut, I think. So if you cut, I have plenty of liberties to kill. Can you live? No. So I don't think you can do anything here.
Yeah. Sure.
But it sure worried me for a while. I mean, it's Aji. Also, I was very glad when I got this one in
Yeah.
because it's your absolute Sente. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got to, I need
That
that
was
stone.
big.
Okay. So here, I wasn't sure what to do. And I don't know if you've seen my last lesson with Chris, which was on Monday. And something he said helped me here. So I'm searching for a move. I don't know where to play. What should I do? And it's like, oh, Chris said, where do you see this game going? Where's the game going to be played out? What's globally just what's going on? Oh, black's way ahead on points, and that's all on the right. I need to invade the right. Oh, I hadn't even considered that. Seemed too early to me, but what else am I going to do? Oh, I'll play a big move. Really? You're getting, yeah, no. Invade now? Well, that's just make believe at the moment. So that's how I came up with this move, and I felt good about it. I like the response. What about fighting here? I like your move in that it's a good, strong move and you can maintain control. But I think this might be better because don't you have absolute right to fight here? And white has almost no right to fight here.
Yeah, my thinking is that in these situations is that it's at least 2-1 in my favor when you come in. So I'm the strong one. Therefore, I should play strong and not leave options open for you.
Okay. If viewers heard that, I've heard that before. I've never understood it well, but the way I translate it personally, let me add that onto it, might make more sense. If you want to attack severely, don't get used. Don't honey. He'll
Okay.
he'll honey right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you say, "Oh no, go ahead, do whatever you want. I just want profit here. That's all I want."
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's unrealistic to severely attack whites here, right?
I think that's
Yeah.
correct.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So just for fun, we'll look at a couple possible variations, and then what? How about I go here, thinking I'm going to live, and lo and behold, I live.
Mm.
I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm just seeing this center developing that's way bigger than what you had on the right. So those are some loose moves, but it just paints a picture that you just transfer all those right side moves points to the center somewhere,
Yeah. Nice.
something. And this is aggressive, right? I feel like I have to defend. So those are just some thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing works but getting out like this that I can see. Jump out. I almost played this now, but I go, just too much.
Mm.
Too much. Can't do it. Get out first. Now I can because there's a hole here. There's a room to run, so I don't feel so bad. So I did it. That all makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, now it's back to hurting a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't mind your move. I'm afraid some viewers might go, well, that's a small little stupid move. Not at all. White is gaining a lot on top and some center action. I'm defending my group a lot, and that 3-3 starting to look a little enticing. Take you down to one eye. I mean, it's like this is a big move for white. So for you to take it, I think is smart. It also prepares you for the next idea.
Mm.
So I don't know if it's best, but it looks like a good strong move. I come out and you start, as far as I can tell, the perfect time to have just a basic reduction as you support your center. What in the heck is wrong with that? This looks perfect to me. Yeah,
I saw this quite late actually. I was really thinking about G4 for a long time, or perhaps an H3. I didn't see my three options. I saw 2.5 options. So
yeah,
um, and I felt like my center group was strong enough for this kind of move. Even if you split me, I felt quite confident that I'll be fine in the
yeah.
center.
And at this point, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's look at your G4 idea for a minute. Let's compare this G4 to that g4. Oh man, I'd play here in a half a second. There's so much aji here, it's sick. But
Yeah,
here,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that white stone looks really strong. I can fight with it. So I wouldn't play here because white f4 looks like it can do whatever it wants.
So you would might consider a move like J4 against this move, or
As white,
yeah, maybe not.
good question. I feel no need to respond.
Mm,
If we put my d4 at b4, I absolutely need to respond.
mm.
But here, I'll just do whatever. I mean, the moves that come to mind, uh, A and B, might think about C.
Yeah,
Attack at C and go for a really big bottom area.
sure.
Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Let's just look. Now, these won't be the correct moves, but they paint the picture, right? Um, Boom, you go for some sort of life. As I'm just surrounding, there's so many things to do here.
Sure.
I can't even put my words in a small enough package. Too many words. Okay, so black, I need to get out, and you play here. That's right. Beautiful move. And let's play this out just so we can all see what's going on. Did I gain 1 point? No, you gained more than I did. Yeah, I can't play this way. So I can't take the bottom. What else am I going to do? I can't split you. Great move. Come up. What?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It didn't. Yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah.
I almost killed that center group, and I got so much profit attacking it.
Mm.
This is the consistent, right? This is the consistent way.
I kind of strangely thought that that exchange at M4 gave me that third option that I didn't have before.
Uh-huh.
But still, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I'm not completely against the idea, but this is the
Yeah,
consistent, strong. What's the problem?
and
Let's
it
put
has
a
size,
couple.
right?
Say it again.
It has some size for that
Yeah,
center group.
defense, size,
Yeah.
and sente, right? I can't let you just come down and do what you want.
Yeah.
So I would have to, let's look at a couple options. They're worth looking at. So if I wedge, we'll just go this way. Here, no. I'm getting nothing. That's nothing. Okay. Here, no, same thing. Didn't do anything. So it's already success. Strong, big, and my bottom's nothing. Okay. What else I got? I got this one. Okay, I got some on the bottom, but you have Sente, and let's just put it here for fun. How many points did I get on the bottom? Well, you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 points that you didn't used to have. If I got more than 15 on the bottom, not a lot more. So, yeah, there's nothing I can do here. So this is the move for sure. Make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Now I feel like, okay, I'm worried because it looks hard to attack you, but I know I have a chance. So only there.
Mm.
Okay, now the game starts.
Yeah, yeah,
I have something to work with.
yeah.
Out. Now, why did you go center instead of side?
Ah, that side move. Um, yeah, I don't know.
What do I do? Stop you from getting out? Side.
Yeah, yeah,
Stop you from coming in? Life.
yeah, 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 sure.
This is a hard game for white right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So center, I'm going, okay,
Mm.
okay, a little something more I can work with.
Mm, mm.
Now there's all this center stuff going on, and I'm sorry, upper right corner stuff going on. And this group of mine there isn't as good as it looks. If you just imagine, let's do one peep, peep, and sorry, we're doing one peep. Just a second, I'm almost there. Let me work it out, just a second. Okay, so we take that off and we imagine I haven't done anything. So I'm looking at this peep, this peep. Look at that white group
Mm.
on the right. Well, both of them, but the one on the right. Very stick-like, not a lot of options. This worries me a lot. And if I come in here, then I've got a nice base now, and the corner is no longer yours. And you
Mm.
playing is a little out of the question. That's slow.
Yeah.
That's, I get that and a free move. So you have to play away what you did. So this is way bigger than it looks, right?
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Sure.
Just a few little points, but a base and removes your corner. Oh man, yeah, I was
Yeah.
really happy to get that in. And this
Probably
move.
unnecessary.
On the one hand, I felt a tinge of pride when you played. Oh, my student played a good, strong move. I'm so happy. It looks solid and good and prepares for the future. If you don't play this, isn't that Sente?
Mm.
Sure looks like Sente. Gosh, I mean, whatever I do is looking. This black group does not look sound to me. And all of a sudden, boom, looks good. No way I can kill it. Almost did, but that's way in the future.
Mm.
Do this now or it's going to go away.
Mm.
Cute little white move, nothing you can
This
do
was
about it.
big. Yeah.
It was big, but
Uh,
it did cost me an entire move, and your
Yeah.
group is fine.
And
Okay,
I'm quite over concentrated. It just didn't feel good. Yeah.
this is true. Yeah, but still, if we say black's all the way surrounded, then we don't really mind it being so tight.
Mm.
It's just an idea. Boom, boom. This move, what in the heck is that?
I had no
George left
idea.
the room, and his younger brother came in and played a move. Like, what
Yeah,
in the
I
heck?
I see these kinds of moves, and I kind of wanted to play it because I really wanted you to talk about it. That's my excuse. Because I've
Yeah,
seen these kinds of moves to kind of help with your position on top.
yeah,
Um, but I'm never quite sure. Like, oh, if white drops down, then some ugly stuff is going to happen in the corner, and
yeah.
I find it very difficult to know when this kind of move might make sense and when it's a terrible move.
Yeah.
And even though you
Um,
didn't kill me in the corner, you did squeeze me, and it kept,
yeah,
lived in Gote very small.
yeah. You couldn't fight the co because yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I wish we had an example of what you're talking about so we
yeah.
could compare. But we'll just walk through this. Did your A group? You've just given it some defense. Did you need it? Not in the slightest.
Okay,
Is area one big? Not only is it not big, I can still invade it.
yeah,
Is it an attack against the A group? Could I really go in that direction? Maybe. Not a very clean attack. It's hard to say I am attacking white.
yeah,
Yes, it affects me. Notice my response is not defensive. Now that worried me a tiny bit. I made sure my eyes were open, but I still would play the same move. I mean, there's some concern, but it's taken away because your corner just got weak, and now I can invade on round A, and maybe that's helpful. So no, it's just I don't see any
yeah,
benefit.
yeah. I mean, I played it purely for defensive reasons, but I can clearly see that I don't need defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lance, I remember
So
that I've seen that move in the James Kerwin against Mr. Yang game, which I've been going over lately. And on the top of the board, Kerwin plays that kind of move, but obviously where it makes sense, unlike unlike my move just there.
yeah, I'm trying to. I think I know the game you're talking about, and I can't picture it in my head right now.
Mm,
But we'll get there sometime.
yeah,
So instead, if I'm looking at this board, I'm clearly not concerned about my A group. I've given it an extra defense, and there's no problem. This B group, it has no structure yet.
mm,
It's just sitting there with no eyes. everything else is fine. So I would just switch to, okay, let's go to the side and back to our original side move. And now I can't let Johanna there. I almost have to play her because it's just huge if Johanna. And you can still cut, but I wouldn't suggest it yet because I can do some counter fighting. So
So
that one exchange, you're almost alive.
yeah. Um, so one thing passes through my mind is that you didn't attack me, so there's no need to defend. But I think the point is that I should have played that side move, right? And I didn't.
Right.
I played out, and
Right.
that's why that principle doesn't hold here, perhaps.
Right. Exactly. The one move was just didn't do what it was supposed to.
Yeah,
So you've got this negative floating above your head.
yeah, that I have to deal with.
And
But
now, if
then,
I was going to, please.
so perhaps then that means that you should have taken advantage of that straight away, in, unless instead of allowing me to get that move in. Does that make sense? Because if you don't play now, I mean, I still have that move that I should have played.
Okay. So let's clarify the statement. Since black now has the opportunity to play L3, and if we Tawari, change the order of the moves, and we say black to play, well, all of a sudden H5 looks pretty good. All of a sudden, his bad move has become a good move. Shouldn't white have done something about that? So let's go back to that move. Say, should I now, wrong button, should I now play it? I'm not horribly against it. That A stone had Aji. Well, that Aji's got cut in half pretty easy. I got the big move instead of you. That all sounds good. Took away your eyes. Okay, good. And maybe it's Sente. Then you come out. I think you might be right. And then I start a fast splitting in Sente and try to, yeah, what did I do instead? Ah, man, this white group of mine really feels like it needs something. So I would still play this for defense. Okay, so what did I do after this instead of that? So now would be the time. I got my defense in, time to get back to this. Yeah, I think that might be right.
Yeah.
Hard. This is difficult stuff we're talking about. One thing, though, for the viewers, perhaps you may not have heard Tawari before. If you have, think more highly of it. It's a very powerful learning tool to figure out about a position. Just change the order of the stones and you start seeing a lot of more things. Okay, that's my speech. Boom, boom, this big move. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
And then I guess there's no need for the peep, right? Because it's if I don't need any defense there, is there any reason to play it?
True.
Am I just losing a co threat?
Yeah, no need for the peep.
Yeah.
The attacks don't, unless you're ready to attack this entire white group.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm going to start attacking you big time. If you're ready, great. But we're kind of, I wouldn't think so. I'm not horribly against the idea, but I wouldn't think so. Yeah, so then the peep's not important. Boom, boom, we looked at that. Then the funny move. I came down and we're back on track. Oh man, this hurts to see this move. Something important about this move. This says I'm defending my A group with the B group as a side notion. Now, if we reverse that and say, well, you know, it's the bottom group that needs more help. What am I going to do to win this game? I cannot think of a blessed thing to do to win this game. Whether it's here, which works with all your center stuff, or just finish up here. And still, what am I going to do? you're alive everywhere. There's no next Sente move really. So really hard for white here. But this move, that's a big gap. What do I want to do about that gap? Well, I'll start by threatening the corner, and I'm really looking at the left. Okay. No threat. And then split.
And that was right how
Yeah.
I dealt with the ko, Lance, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Take it once. Yeah.
yeah. So
You have no interest in winning the ko, but take it anyway.
there's
Yeah.
there's not even a need for me to think at that point, right? I just take the ko, let you think, and then come back.
Yeah. And for the viewers, you could avoid the whole thing by playing here. This is true. But the Hane is simply doesn't lose anything and gains something, so we do it. Now, the idea here is Black does not want to play the ko because his life is in jeopardy. Then why are we playing ko? Because White has to use up a ko threat and then just fix. So same thing except use up a ko threat.
Lance, I have a question.
Please.
If I know that I have more ko threats than you, even though that ko is big, I mean, could I play the ko knowing that I'm gonna win the ko?
Great question. So, ko threat, I take back. You say, we're going to make up some moves here. Oh, I'm going to cut you. I better respond. You're right. I have no ko threats. Go ahead. What did you accomplish? Really nothing. You were alive already. You've actually helped White. White's better now. So,
yeah.
No, there's no reason to play the ko. You don't need it. Yeah. Here, you're fine on the left, period. You're not fine in the center. Or rather, between the two, the center's the one, right?
Yeah.
Game over. Well, the only reason game's not over is because this gap. Now, I'm going to change something here. Just let's assume it looked like this. And now Black to play. Now game's over. Because it's straightforward connected. There is nothing for me to do. You're like, oh, I'll attack you on the left. Really? Yeah, go for it, buddy. It's just nothing there. So when you played this move, I'm like, first time in the game I see a chance. You've let me do a few things which got me barely here to have a chance. Boom.
Lance,
Boom.
one other thing is if you go back to just before I play e7, so a couple moves back.
You have control. Go for it.
Yeah, just a couple moves back. Wait a sec. I don't have control. If you could just go 2 moves back, I think.
1, 2.
Yeah. So those 3 stones on the left, the black stones, I've heard some. I can't remember what, but there's some kind of split there for White, right? It's a bit of a. It's not a very solid shape. Could you talk a little bit about that shape?
Yeah. Options. CD is fine. Nice, good group, but E's toast. DE is fine, but C's toast. CDE all fine? Not as that's an overstatement.
Okay.
I can say I want all 3 to be fine. Okay. No, really, I mean it. All 3. Great. I got something on the outside. So I can force you to get good, but the moment you toss in some stone, and we'll just look at the most straightforward, if Black says Atari, then there's troubles here. Now, let's just look at one variation of the troubles. down, down, Tari. Now I can't save because I'm going to die. So instead, I kill the stone. Well, you have more points now than you did then. You have more strength now, more center access now. So it's not, that's why it's not a problem. Because even if I go about splitting you, you're better than you were before.
Mm.
Make some sense?
Very, very, very clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for asking all the questions. They're great
Good, good.
questions. Oh, this
Yeah,
move made me so happy.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
really saw a chance now for the first time. 40 points, you can tell. It's a huge handicap.
Yeah, sure. Funny because
Oh,
looking at it now, it looks ridiculous, but I kind of felt like there was some size in that move, which is there clearly isn't any size in that move.
there's some size, yeah. Now all the three stones on the left are all connected.
But I noticed that the move that you were suggesting actually made the situation in the center have much more size as a
Yeah.
secondary purpose. Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, you're saying, I'm putting my trust on that. I gave a whole nother move, that A group. It must be fine. I got options, lots of options. I think that's a great choice. I think this is an excellent move. Were you a little concerned?
Not really. I think coming back just would have felt slow at this point.
Yeah.
It felt
So you
like it
felt
should be
confident
fine.
about your A group. Good.
Yeah.
Boom. Did that one scare you?
A little bit, yeah. But also,
Okay,
I
good.
mean, also I was thinking that, and you got quite a lot of points on that right side because of
I
this
got a
move. So it
lot of
wasn't,
points from
yeah,
this.
you made it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, forcing you to live.
Yeah,
It had to be over 10 points.
yeah.
I got a lot of points here. Boom. I was so close to not thinking here. This was like a knee jerk,
Mm,
but actually, this is the strong move on what I want. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, looking good. Boom, oh, looking good. Yep. All in Sente. Good. That's too small.
yeah,
And then I got that in Sente.
yeah.
So we just have to look. Stop it. There you are. I guess I got something in area one, three, a little bit. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12 points altogether, something like that, depending what happens.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah, and that's not small.
Yeah,
I mean, 40 points,
yeah,
30, 28, just in that alone.
yeah.
Oh, this is big.
Huge.
Oh, I'm so happy to get that in. That was so big. Uh,
I,
Now, usually I would not follow up. You had something to say?
yeah, I was thinking about like after Yohane, like a B13 kind of move rather than coming back. So I drop down Yohane, and then instead of me blocking there, playing around. No, sorry. I block, and then here playing a B13 kind of move. But
Yeah, if you can read it out,
yeah,
but there's so much space there. I
sure,
wouldn't.
sure. Yeah.
If it's a little tighter and more controlled, then sure, saves your
Mm,
whole move.
mm,
But now, usually, so this is the big move, and this is my right at any time, generally speaking. In this case, I didn't see it that way because if you Hane, that looks like Sente. I don't know. There's trouble here. I didn't trust it.
mm.
So I pressed again right away.
Yeah,
And we stopped here. White's ahead, or virtually ahead, or however you want to phrase it. Score estimator certainly puts white ahead.
Yeah,
And black's points are really minute here,
yeah,
just a
yeah,
few here and a few there. And I have some couple big corners, big side. Yeah.
yeah. It's amazing
Very well,
how,
George.
I mean, it seems like I don't make any, massive blunders, but then you just seem to pick up 40 points without a problem.
Yeah.
Great to see.
Oh, it was a problem. You played a lot of
Uh,
great moves that really caused me concern. Yeah. Okay, great. That was a
Great.
lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you, Lance. Thanks everyone
Okay.
for watching.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, see
Catch
ya.
you later. Bye.